Hi folks, Doug here, Ellis Car Customs and Last Chance Filling Station. If you're seeing this video, it means that there was public outcry to me going away instead of subjecting you to yet another gate video. But I figure I'll film this, I'll make a video of me slaving away here. If it's something you want to see, I'll put it up, and if not, I'll toss it in the trash bin of history. So once again, I thank my loyal supporters who've been with me through thick and thin. You know who you are. And thank you to anybody who found me by accident, and hopefully you stick around. And I'll show you my misery here, because it is miserable. Well, we're just going around and closing up all that stuff we welded up. Like I said, I put a little thin coat of tiger hair over everything, and then follow that with some filler to smooth it out, you know, but it's got everything all closed up in good shape, and we're just gonna mold this thing around, and trust me, when I get done it'll pass the magnet test, because we won't pile it on too thick. But yeah, we've got to kind of sculpt these things in there, because these lines kind of wrap around here and disappear in the bottom. But like I said, I'll film this process, and if you all are gluttons for punishment and you want to see it, I'll put it up. But if not, the next time you see it, it'll be primed and ready to go. I'll bring you back. So when you're working on something like a tailgate that has so many complex shapes and curves and corners and whatever, it's hard to, you can't just apply the Bondo, you know, easily. You wind up things like this, having to swipe it in there with your fingers, and you know, just trying to get it to cover all these complex shapes. And then a lot of it requires hand sanding, because you know, you can you know, level this stuff out pretty good with block or board or whatever, but when you need to get into all these crevices and corners and curve things, it takes a lot more. You got to do it by hand. But anyways, I'll bring you back. Well, if you're still sticking with me on this, we're going around bit by bit, filling it in. You just have to take your time, because like all these ribs that we're smoothing out, you know, it's kind of like dab it on there, wipe it with your finger, that kind of thing, until it fills in all the little potholes. But yeah, we're gaining on it. This is the worst of it. The outside's not going to be so bad. So once I get this wrapped up, we'll be cooking. I'll bring you back. Well, there's 2 nights worth of work. Probably 2, 4, 5 hours of work so far. I mean, we're starting to smarten it up, but as you could tell, this is why I said it wouldn't be super interesting just, you know, watching me put a little on, take a little off, put a little on, take a little off. But we're narrowing in on it, and like I said, I'm documenting this, and I'll put it up if somebody wants to watch it. If they're a glutton for punishment, it'll be up there. But tomorrow night will be night 3 working on this, trying to get it into primer. If I'm lucky, maybe tomorrow night I'll get it into primer. I hope so. We'll see. So there's our dusty buddy. He should know better than to come in here on Bondo night. That's Nomad. Anyway, here we are at the end of night 3 working on this, and it's getting closer to primer. Here he comes. Hey buddy. I mean, here again, this whole area here is covered up by a carpeted plate. Most of the time there's like a panel there that's carpeted that kind of comes around like that and covers this thing here, and then there's a plate that goes over that. So really, do I have to body work this stuff? No, I guess. But if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know I can't not do it. So I'm smoothing it out. But yeah, that's 3 nights progress. A couple hours a night, just nitpicking little things, you know. But we're wrapping the corners in there, making them look better. Yeah, say hi to the folks, Nomad. Say hi. But maybe one more night and I can get this, at least this side of it, in primer. And you know, that's all I'm really worried about for right now. Then I can go on to doing something else. I'm thinking my next project will be to finish molding these wheel wells in. You know, grind off all that weld and stuff and smooth them out, make them look like one piece, and make my little doors that go in there. So that's one of the next projects. And then another thing is I'm going to go through and, you know, clean up my window channels so that they'll be ready for the windows to go in. And we still have to finish body work in this rear quarter. We haven't done anything to the doors yet. And of course we got the front of the car, we got the dashboard, got to rip out the headliner and knock a few dings out of the roof. At least the roof's not too bad, so we've got that coming up. Of course, my latches, I know I kept calling them hinges, the latches are supposed to be here on Friday, so that'll help me out a lot. And I'll keep plugging away. One more night. Like I said, I want to combine all this work into one video, and if you want to watch it, if you're still watching it, that means you're a glutton for punishment. Alright, I'm going to be back at it tomorrow. So it's night 4 of Tailgate Madness, and the Nomad got another Christmas gift in the mail. What do you think we got? Paper. And bubble wrap. Look at that, aren't they pretty? This is, I know I kept calling these hinges in the last video, but they are latches. Brand new latches for our Frankenstein of a tailgate. So we got those, and they even gave us the clips that go to this end. They don't give you the clips that go to the handle end, but at least they give you the clips that go to the latch end. See what I did there? Latch. latch end. So we're cooking there, and I've got the gate pretty close. So what I like to do, I don't know about other people, what I like to do is throw a coat of primer on there, even though I know I got a little bit more to do, because that'll really show up the spots that need a little more attention. If you hit the whole thing with a thin coat of primer, it'll make the spots that you need to do a little more work on go, here I am. So so I'm going to hit it with a little primer and see what it looks like. But I just wanted you to see I got my latches. Latches. Alright, I'm going to get to work. Well, we threw our latches on here. Like I said, I put a coat of primer on there and then a little guide coat, so when I block it out I'll be able to see what I gotta pay a little more attention to. And there's them little clips I showed you in an earlier video that hold the latch rods to the release. And I've got mad respect for whoever on the assembly line fished those suckers in there one after the other over and over again. But anyway, moment of truth. Let's see if it latches. It's acting like a working tailgate. I mean, you don't have to slam it. I need to adjust this side, I think. This side is fine. This side here I gotta move the catch in a little bit. But I'm gonna call that a win. I like it. So anyway, life's full of little victories sometimes. So I've kept you all in suspense for a while. More hair products, and we've got our like I said, the gate will probably have to come off there more than once, but it is doing, move this out of my way, it is doing what it's supposed to do for a car that never was intended to have a tailgate. That's good news. So like I said, I'll put this video up. I'm not going to make you watch it. It's more gate content. But some people have been saying in the comments, gee, we'll still watch it. So here's an experiment. I'm going to put this up there and I'm going to see if you watch it. So anyway, besides, I've been gone too long. People start thinking that I retired and got out of the nomad business. Don't want you to think that. So, like, comment, tell me what you think. We'll move on and do some other stuff for a while. I'm happy the gate's on there and it's latching. So, yeah, we'll move on to greener pastures, and I hope I see you on the next one. Till then, take care, everybody. See ya.